One fisherman is dead, one has been rescued and a third is still missing after an ocean ordeal off Leeman, north of Perth. News choppers found the lone survivor floating in the water, desperately trying to stay alive. Rebecca Munro was on board the 10 helicopter.
Floating on his back, naked and vulnerable in the water. These pictures filmed by the 10 News helicopter are the first signs of one of the missing fishermen alive. Our cameraman Matt Marsh captured the heart-stopping scenes, the helpless man exhausted after more than 20 hours stranded at sea, desperately trying to keep afloat. Treading water, waving and signalling to us, even holding his hands in prayer, pleading to be rescued. Heartbreakingly, there was no way for us to help but to let him know rescuers were on their way, alert authorities to where he was and hope they reached him in time. Circling the severely dehydrated fisherman, another threat, a 3.5-metre hammerhead shark. A spotter plane trying to scare the predator. Crews on board the aircraft managed to throw a life raft, but he was too exhausted to swim toward it. After more than 10 minutes with his energy clearly fading, salvation arrives. A rescue boat pulls alongside. Then outstretched hands provide a miraculous ending to a desperate ordeal as the man's pulled into the vessel. The trio failed to return from a fishing trip off Leeman, north of Jurien Bay, yesterday morning. This morning, authorities launched a full-scale search and rescue operation. Police say their 5.5-metre boat was near a reef when it was hit by 2 monster waves, sinking it. The men were thrown into the water. When night fell, they lost each other in the dark.
They had all safety gear on board, and we believe they were prepared for the fishing trip yesterday, but unfortunately the waves came out of nowhere and their boat was swamped in very quick period of time. They
say this man was extremely lucky. The body of the 23-year-old was found a short time later after the dramatic rescue. This afternoon, his family and friends converged here on the beach as police relayed the devastating news. The third man is still missing, but police say the search for him is active.
We've still got all our assets deployed and we will continue to search for this person. We will not give up hope at this stage, and there's more air assets coming from Perth with infrared detection gear at the moment, and we're going to continue the search into the night.
Reporter Rebecca Munro joins us live now from Leeman. Rebecca, you were on board the 10 chopper when all this unfolded.
Craig, it was just heartbreaking having to watch this man so desperately wanting to be rescued, and there was nothing we could do except for call for help. And then when we heard that there was a shark in the area, that just made the situation that much more intense. But it was just such relief when we saw the rescue boat speeding toward him, and just pure joy when we saw him being lifted into that boat.
All right, Rebecca, the survivor's been flown to Perth.
Yeah, he has been flown by the RFDS from Leeman to Perth. His wife was by his side and he's suffering from severe hypothermia. Now, he's arrived at Royal Perth Hospital and he'll be treated there. Meanwhile, the search still continues for a third man, a 23-year-old man. Police are sparing no resources on this. They've still got 8 boats and 9 aircraft searching for him. They say they'll continue their search throughout the night because there is still hope they could find him. It's back to you.
Thanks, Rebecca Munro there in Leeman.